Why did I show you the inside of my nose? I was not even trying to. I was not trying to. It steps. I don't know. That's fine. Let's see. I'm just gonna like put you right here. That's good enough, right? Right? Do we want better, like a better, why is there a paper towel here? Do we want a better like angle? Do we want that? Not really, but like, can I give that to you? I don't know. I haven't decided all of our options. Wait, that's kind of good, right? Oh, we don't even need that light now. Okay. I think this is decent. Yeah, I think that's pretty decent. Hopefully you can hear me all right. I'm not using this. I just have stuff. I just have things. Me and my many things. Me and my many things. Hi guys, it's Celeste Winter. I'm still getting used to it, but I like it. Like it's cute, it's pretty, and I should have like a like stage name. Like it's cuter that way. It's the vibe, it's cuter that way. And also, you know, I see it like my content and my videos have a purpose. So even when I feel like I was like cringy in one video or something, like I'm not gonna delete it because I feel like those videos still have a purpose. Even if I was just having fun in the moment, like whatever ideas I came up with, it's like they serve a greater purpose. They serve a purpose that like involves other people. Like somebody else can see that video, be inspired by it, and just like it, you know? Like, even if I feel like it was cringy, which I do, even if I feel like it was awkward, which I do, even if I'm just like literally going on a rant saying something crazy, it still serves a greater purpose than me. And so that's why I would leave those videos up. And that's why I'm also very accepting of like any time that I feel like changing an aspect of myself, because that's who I am right now, and I could literally change it again tomorrow if I want to. Because first of all, I literally have a right to change myself at my own will. And second, it's not about other people. Third, it is about other people in the sense that any content I create just serves a greater purpose to where it's not about me. Like, it's not about other people because their opinions are not going to make me change anything or like make myself smaller, but yeah, maybe I should plug you guys in. Plug you in. I mean, you know, maybe I should plug in my phone because you need to charge. I mean, my phone needs to charge, but you know, I guess my charger is probably long enough. That way, I don't know how long this is gonna be. So I don't want my phone to like die, you know? Okay. Oh, you do fit. You are gonna get plugged in. Wait, look how lucky you are. You're plugged in. Hopefully you're charging. I'm not gonna know if you're charging technically because I don't know how I can see it. I can't, right, without ending the video? I can't see if you're charging without ending the video. So just between us, like hopefully you're charging. You might not be charging, and like that's fine too. It's just gonna have to be fine. Doesn't it look like the microphone's in the foam? Which it's literally like microphone-shaped foam, but it's not. It's just right here. It's a person too. I don't know. It's a person. It's a person. So I had a list in my journal app on my iPhone of like topics for the tarot reading, like ideas. I literally Googled like what are the best questions to ask the tarot, and there was like one that said like 99 deep questions, you know? Like, I'm a psychic and I'm already a deep person. So and I'm also a creative person, and you guys know that about me, so I don't even have to be the one that comes up with the exact tarot like question for the video, because first of all, that was like public, like everyone uses that one. Second, my take on it is already going to be so original that it doesn't really matter if I use the template of somebody else's like general question, because what I'm gonna offer to you is already like so original. So original. I don't know. The one that I cared to do the most was like, in what way am I currently getting in my own way? I don't know, that's like the type of question I ask myself the absolute most, to the point where I just spiral into insanity. That's also like since birth the number one question I've been asking myself, to where I just spiral into insanity. Not literal insanity, just, you know, get out of here if you think that. That's fine. But yeah. I've got whatever this drink is from Panera. It doesn't have my address on it, does it? You know when you order food and you're like, but they didn't, like, if I'm gonna show this to a camera, like, they didn't actually put my address on the thing people are gonna see, right? No, but it's a 20-ounce caramel latte. It's a 20-ounce caramel latte, if you really wanted to know. You didn't want to know, but if you wanted to ever know, it's a 20-ounce caramel latte. It's not really good. It's not. Surprisingly, I like my coffee a little more plain than that, a little bit less sweet than that. Anyway, we're gonna create 3 groups. I don't even have anything written down yet for like, we're just gonna find out. We're just gonna find out. This time I don't have any like pre-planned anything. We're just gonna find out if you're in your own way and how. I mean, you are, but like, we're gonna find out how you are. I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming if you clicked on this video, there's probably a pile for you. Maybe you're not in your own way. Well, actually, I think we all are to some degree. So maybe it's like 1%. For some of you, it might be 90%, 99%. For some of you, it might be 10%, 2%, 1%, right? So either way, you can still benefit in some way, but it's also a collective, general, like, reading. Whatever comes through, comes through. You've got to be able to separate what's for you and what's not for you. Like, if it doesn't really fit, it might not be for you. You've got to use your own intuition to get it. Let's see, 3 groups. Fake laughing, okay. I'm thinking of what the 3 groups are gonna be. That's not blood, that's paint. Don't worry, nobody died. What else do I want? We're going crazy. Red glitter. What else? I'm just like intuitively picking these. I know there's a lot going on my desk, and don't worry if my desk is like a little bit musical when my elbow touches it. It's just disintegrating under me because termites ate it. So it's actually like, I don't know, it's like my favorite thing ever, because I love how when termites eat something, it like decomposes. Like, I think that's so cute. It's so like life and death cycle of the universe, of the world, of the planet. It's so earth, and I love that about it. I love when you know, and I'm not even being sarcastic or joking in any capacity. I genuinely really love seeing when termites ate something and it just completely falls apart under you. Like, or me, not a specific, it's not person specific, it's just I have like such a love for that. I don't know. I love it. I love it. Because termites will really show you, like, I don't know. Is it not technically alchemy, what termites are doing? Even if they're taking away something that you actually loved, in a way they're just making space for something new, which I know, like, it sounds like they're so mean. Wait, doesn't it look like my hand has an aura? I mean, I guess it does, right? But, like, is it supposed to be on camera like that? Why do I look so special? I like sunlight. It makes me look mystical. If there's any discoloration on my face, well, I'm not wearing makeup, but I also put red lipstick all over my face earlier and then took it off. I just wanted to make some TikTok videos, and I wanted to completely look deranged mentally and, like, completely insane. Because my personality is a work of art, and I'm always doing something different, something crazy. And the fact that I've worn crazy makeup already is just randomly making my eyes, like, feel like they're gonna water, but they don't. Anyway, I'm going to put timestamps for everything. Like, here's the one where you're going to pick your group, basically. Okay. Which one's group number 1? Should it end with this? Clearly, I haven't thought it very much through. Let's see. We'll start with this. Scissors are like a sharp way to start, right? The glitter, red glitter, can be in between. And then we'll end, I didn't want to end with this, but we will end with this. Because that's what feels right out of what I chose, which is also what feels right, but it's just not, like, ideal. I don't know. Something about it's not perfectly ideal, but it's, like, moderately good. And that's what we're going for right now. We're going for moderately good because limited options, I guess. I don't know. Actually, even though I have limited options, I feel like I have the least limited options ever at the same time. Like, not because there's not limited options, but just, like, the energy is like you have infinite options in the moment when you have the most limited options. That sounds crazy. What was the title for the video? It's gonna be like, in what way are you getting in your own way? I gotta write that somewhere. Why is this paper like, it looks wet? It's not, it's dry. I don't know. It's just been over there. I don't actually know why. It's fine. I mean, it's slightly weird. But there's nothing over there. Well, there's one soap dispenser over there. But it's not, like, squirting soap out of itself. Okay, or... I'm thinking of the exact wording I want. And it's not gonna be perfect. It's just gonna be as good as it can be right now. I don't know what the word count is for that. I mean, I can literally count it, but I don't feel like it. How are you getting in your own way? Pick a card. Pick a card. Yeah, why haven't you picked? Anyway, I already chose the order, right? So yeah, scissors. Pile number 1, you're gonna be the scissors with paint on them. ASMR. Oh, maybe you're really sharp. If you want the scissors, pile number 1. Go to the timestamp. You'll be pile number 1. If you're picking, this is actually like mostly empty, but there's still a little bit in there. See? You can barely tell. Anyway, if you choose the red extra fine glitter, it's giving root chakra. Saturn. It's giving root chakra. If you want this, pile number 2, you know where to go. Go to pile number 2. Now, this is the clean, classic Apple Blossom Roller Ball. If you want this for your pile number 3, go to pile number 3. We'll see you there. I'm just doing this for no reason, but we will see you there. We'll see you there. Well, go on, we'll see you there, all right? All right. How are you getting in your own way? Pile number 1, we're starting with you. How are you getting in your own way? Where are all my tarot cards? How are you getting in your own way if you chose the scissors? Pile number 1. If you chose the scissors, pile number 1 is for you. Pile number 1 is for you. If you chose the scissors. Clearly not taking the singing that seriously, but I'm not forced to. I don't have to. I get to do what I want. Pile number 1, you're breaking through some barriers, I can tell. Just based off what I said, you feel like you have to kind of like make your actual goals into a joke sometimes. Even though they're actually your goal, you have to be like, well, I'm not that good at it, but this is what I want to do. So then it sounds like a joke to people. You know? I haven't even pulled any cards, just my first thought. I love how like faded this card is. Not fated, faded. Because like the original coloring, it's still the Rider-Waite Darrow. Darrow? Do you have dyslexia, pile number 1? Some of you might have dyslexia, or you're a lesbian, but you might have dyslexia. You might be both. You might not be. I don't know. Oh no, dude, anybody can pick this. But, you know, anybody can pick this. Pile number 1, how you getting in your own way? I'm also not going to pick like 70 million cards. I'm just going to pick like a few. We're just going to get like a very straightforward answer. Like, how are you getting in your own way? Like, we're just going to get whatever comes to us. That's literally 2 cards. Do I want them? No. I want cards that come out individually. I want 1 card to come out individually, and then we'll decide if we need more. That's literally 2. I said we're only doing 1. We're sticking to it. The devil's trying to jump out still. Pile number 1, you have addictions you're not even aware of. I'll say it again. We're not talking about physical addictions necessarily, but pile number 1, you have some type of vice, you have some type of strings attached that you are not even fully aware of yourself. Pile number 1, our vices are often in the ways that we think about things in our environment, other people in our environment. And it's very hard to even be sure what these vices are, right? But what are the thoughts that you have that make like other strings attached to you, right? It's like, for example, say I wanted this. I wanted this. I tell myself, oh, I can't get that. Why? Why? Why can't I get this? Because the soul itself is deserving. Do you know that the soul itself is deserving? Pile number 1. It's kind of simple, actually. You can say, for example, I don't think I deserve this because I didn't even go grocery shopping and that was at the top of my to-do list and I didn't even do it. Pile number 1. It may be true that you didn't go grocery shopping. As I butcher my words. It may be true that you didn't go grocery shopping. And it may be true that you told yourself you would only deserve to get this once you go grocery shopping. Are those rules real or are they rules that you made up? Maybe you can order groceries right now. Maybe it's actually not a big deal. Maybe if you really want this, you can get in the car, go grocery shopping, take things seriously, knock things off that to-do list, and then once you do, you can get exactly what you want, right? Vices. So sometimes when we have vices, we might have something on our to-do list, but we say, oh, this actually has like a lot of baggage to me, right? Sometimes our vices are the baggage that we're adding to things, whether that's emotional, mental, yeah. Not that people don't struggle with mental health, they do, and it's very hot in this room, but sometimes we're in the situation because we don't realize that it's a vice to us, right? Say you're at a job that you don't like. You know you don't like the job. You know that you can make money elsewhere outside of that job, but you stay in that job because it's comfortable, but not just because it's comfortable, but because you know that if you leave that job, you're going to have to hold yourself accountable for something else. Or you're going to tell yourself you have to hold yourself accountable for something else. Say you wanted to release a song and you wanted it to be number one, but you said, well, I don't have to worry about that right now because my job takes up all my time. Even though I know that I could, if this is you, make it work for you. For some people, they might feel like they have sustainable income to where, like, they don't have to stay at the job if they actually don't, right? Don't go quitting your stuff. But you know what I'm saying? Like, for some people, they're keeping the job as a vice because then they don't have to hold themselves accountable for what they would naturally want to hold themselves accountable for if they actually, like, worked through it. Make a list of what you want. If quitting your job is number one, start looking for new jobs. Start a resume. Don't say, well, I can't do the 87 other things on my list because I never quit my job, so then therefore I don't have to start the entire list. That's you giving yourself random, like, vices, random, like, baggage, stopping you from completing your other goals. That would be one way that you're, like, possibly in your own way. If this is for you, then that would apply. Take what resonates. Definitely you feel uneasy about that, for sure. I felt that in my stomach, like, just the uneasiness of that. Like, it makes you feel, like, seasick to think about cutting out your vices because they're so severe. So, if I were you, I would take those very seriously. Also, sometimes our vices can be in our projections of other people. Sometimes our vices can be just believing that there might be a vice that we have that we're unaware of, which sounds very counterintuitive, but how strong is your mind when you know that you don't have a vice in a certain area of your life? How strong are you on that foundation to where if something doesn't happen, do you know that it's not your fault? Do you know that you are not then obligated to create ways that it is your fault, that you must have had some baggage you didn't know about? For some of you, that might actually be part of it as well. It could be both. I still only want, like, one more, I think. Okay, one more fell out. You're starting fresh as well. You're definitely starting afresh. Once you start to, like, cut out your vices, the thing is, what you want is not readily available to you anyway, but you need to know that it's not your fault. Which, it does include cutting out your vices, because at the end of the day, if you're going to look back on what happened and be like, oh, well, it was definitely my fault because I didn't try this and that, and it's like saying, exhaust all your options before you find out whether it's actually your fault or not. My nose is suddenly getting, like, stuffy, even though it's not, like, I don't have a cold, I don't have anything. It's getting, like, nasally. You're letting other people push you around. You're letting other people tell you who you are. You're letting other people tell you that you don't know what you're doing. You're letting other people's ideas be deeply ingrained in you that you actually wouldn't even know if you were doing something wrong, which doesn't really make sense because the nature of the soul is to fix itself and to grow itself beyond everything that's been happening. Addictions are not always physical. Addictions are often mental, even when there's not a physical anything involved. And even when there is a physical something involved, a lot of the time it's a mental cause, right? Like the root cause can be trauma or shame or guilt or baggage in some way, or patterns. It's gonna really just depend on the person, you know? But for you, the castle you really want is in the distance, but you have to take the first step. And you also have this idea of a separation of feminine and masculine energy. You believe that they're not equally deserving. Like, I don't know if this is some form of sexism in your life, or if it's not even about people. It might not even be about other people. It might just be one of the vices in your environment is feeling like femininity and masculinity is not equally deserving of success or of whatever it is that you want. So that's kind of how I feel about like the actual tarot I pulled for you. Again, we're just kind of going for like the straight, concise answer, and then you can, you know, I'm not going to do like 10 million cards, but we'll get what we can get for you. The Master. We'll get one more. It's a lot. That's not one more. It's like 97 more. Pile number 1, you also have a tendency to take what you say the universe gave to you. Except you don't realize that like what is like the most random answer is what people are most likely to say the universe gave to them. If something randomly appears, that doesn't mean that it's like for a good reason. So don't take whatever is convenient and say it's just what the universe felt like giving you because it was what you deserved. Like, here we are, we've got the Lover's card, as if everything I said didn't lead up to that. Don't take that first option and say that's what the universe gave to you. But, you know, don't say wrong person, wrong timing. That means it's not what the universe gave to me. Don't say it was hard for a minute, but now it's super easy. It's not what the universe gave to me. Or it could be the other way around. You know, this person's been bad to you in the past, now they're good to you. That does not mean that's what the universe is giving to you. That does not mean, look how cute this is. That does not mean the universe is giving that to you just because this person randomly shows up, says, hey, I've changed. That doesn't mean that's what the universe is giving to you. What do you feel in your soul? What do you feel in your heart? What are your actual patterns? Are they like physically harming you? Because then that's not, like, you know, I'm saying the patterns in your life. If the patterns in your life are causing physical blockages in your life, you have not found what you're looking for. Not really. Or have you? You've got to get in touch with your soul. Because no matter what, it doesn't matter how many times you Google, this person came back into my life and now they're amazing, but they used to be terrible in the past. Google is never going to tell you the right answer. Because the right answer is different for each person. If you ever take the most generalized answer, you're mostly probably answering with your ego if you're willing to even take that. Where is it coming from? How deeply connected to your soul are you? How willing are you to make the wrong choice? You gotta understand that in life, it doesn't even matter how connected you are to your own soul, okay? I mean, it does, but when it comes to making the right and wrong choice, the smartest, most connected to the soul people can still go the wrong way sometimes. What matters is how fast do they catch that? How fast do they forgive themselves for that? How fast do they grow as a person? How fast do they become more open-minded? It's not even about speed. Maybe you went decades without fixing something in your life. Are you still willing to choose yourself? It doesn't matter if it's been 10 decades. I don't care. Actually, you might be dead by now, but it doesn't matter if it's been 10 decades. Are you still willing to choose yourself? If you've never chosen yourself ever, are you willing to do it now? Because those 10 decades don't mean anything. Who chose themselves while they were here on this planet? It does matter how soon you do it, but no matter what, you know, like, the world is going to keep spinning. At some point, you're going to have to choose yourself all over again. And then all over again. I'm not saying leave your relationship. Maybe it's amazing. Maybe the vices are getting in the way of the relationship. Maybe the relationship is a vice getting in the way of your career. You have to deeply know yourself. Pile number 1 for you. The issue is, are you willing to choose yourself and know yourself deeply, or are you still scared? Are you still scared? Why? Why are you still scared? Why do you think you're less deserving of it than someone else? Why do you think that you're meant to be cast into the shadows while someone else is not? And we've got the master. We've got the master. Are you the master to yourself? Are you willing to become the master to yourself? We all are inspired by other people, and that's amazing. We all help others. We're all inspired by others. We all socialize. We all meet people. And that's amazing. Don't let the master within another person become a vice to you. I'll say that again. Do not let the master that lives within another person become a vice to you. Don't ever say, don't project onto somebody else's lessons that they learned and say, oh, I know exactly why they had to learn that. It must have been because of this, and that. That's wrong about them, and this, and that. And they did this, and that. And that's why they didn't get it. And then, oh, now they're winning. It's because they did this, and that wrong. Like, we don't project onto other people's wins our insecurities. Or we don't look onto other people's wins and say, you know, they really must have mastered this one insecurity that I have. Maybe they didn't. Maybe they mastered the insecurities that they have. Maybe it's a coincidence that they have it. Maybe there was another reason why they deserved it. Maybe it's a coincidence they even have it. All right? With the master, you should be cautious of the moon as well. That is a reincarnation energy. A lot of times the moon likes to show you somebody who, like, you can project on super easily, like, onto, right? Sorry, my nose is getting, like, nasally and stuffed again, even though I don't even have a cold, and I feel like gagging, like I literally feel like throwing up, like, not throwing up, but, like, I feel like gagging. It's the energy, guys. It's the reading. I'm not sick. Like, I'm not sick. I'm not sick, but talking about the moon made me literally, like, gag. Like, it made me, like I'm... the energy. The energy is really bad. The energy of the moon here is really bad. And your guys' reading, the energy of the moon is what's making me literally almost vomit where I'm at, and I'm not sick. The energy of the moon is, like, literally haunting you guys. Whew. That's, if I were you, I would look no farther than the energy of the moon. The real definition of the moon, not the little cosplay Google definition of the moon, okay? The, like, real, like, let's get fucking real about the moon right now. In this pile, for pile number 1, the moon is trying to get you guys to reincarnate when you don't need to. And I don't mean, like, changing your name within this lifetime, growing as a person, all the fun, nice definitions of reincarnate. No. I'm talking the moon, for pile number 1, the moon is trying to prey on you in a sense of, like, a forced reincarnation energy. Like, oh, you get to the end of your life? Haha, the whole time you thought the master was somebody else? Well, it was you, because you see right above his, like, Crown chakra, right? Right where the halo chakra should be. See, right where the little halo would be, right? Where the little halo chakra would be. That's the moon for you guys, okay? That's the moon. You know what the moon's saying? The moon's saying, I can't wait till you get to the end of your life and you think that the whole time the master was somebody else, so I can say, don't you want to restart so that you can be who you thought the master was the entire time, but your version of it that was always better. Or not just better, but you. Different. If I looked at this all my life and I projected onto it, onto somebody else, if I looked at them like they're basically like canvas, but then projected all of me onto them and said, wow, I can tell they have this, this, and that, but those are actually my qualities, but I'm looking at them saying they have these qualities. All right? If I were to get to the end of my life, say I had never mastered the cycle of reincarnation, I get to the end of my life, I see this, I say, wait a minute, I can tell they're actually somebody different now, but the whole time I thought they were me. I thought they were just an extension of me. And the moon says, yeah. You finally get the joke, right? You finally get the illusion I had over you the whole time. You finally get what I never wanted you to see while you were here. And the moon says, so, would you like to reincarnate? What if I offered that you could do it all over again? And this time you could actually be the master. Be the master that you saw somebody else as. I don't know. Now maybe it's not the actual moon for you guys. Maybe it's a person. Maybe it's a metaphor. What I'm saying is, you guys are getting in your own way, but you're also letting other people's influences get in your way. You're letting other people be the master to you so much that you can't even stand in your own power and be your own self. Damn. I don't know about all that. You gotta be the master in your own mind, right? Because you're the master of something. I don't know. In your mind, is the number one sim character who's like doing the best they can somebody else or you? I don't know, but you gotta figure out why. Either way, if it's you or not you, you gotta figure out why. You gotta figure out what does it really mean. There doesn't have to be a right answer, but you have to know what you have going on. At least be in touch with your own soul. At least try. Okay? And it is hard. It is really hard. But at least, like, you know what direction to be pointed in to grow in. You know? Anyway, we're going to get you a super attractor card. We're just going to get one. Oh, wow, my nose is running. And I'm not sick. I'm not anything. I'm not anything. I don't know. Directing my focus on to what's thriving creates more of what I want. It's basically saying, like, water your own plants if you ever wanted them to grow, because you're clearly watering somebody else's. Water your plants too, at least. Like, I accept that good things come easily. I am a super attractor. Raise that vibration so that you're not the main cause of blocking yourself. Okay? I want you guys to raise your own vibration. I want you to look up, like, how do I raise my own vibration? And when you don't know how to raise that vibration, you raise that vibration a little bit more. And when you have no idea why it hasn't raised, you raise that vibration a little bit more. And when you're still confused about why it hasn't raised, you raise that vibration a little bit more, because you never know. You never know when you're about to strike gold. You never know when you're mining for gold when you didn't even know you were. You never knew when you're sifting that gold when you didn't even know. Like, you find the real blessings when you had no idea you were looking for one. When you had no idea you were looking for love, you find love. That just randomly came out of my mouth. But yeah, when you had no idea you were looking for love, my nose is running again. What does that mean? The Lovers. And my nose is running. Are you a twin flame? Are you? Like, it's okay, you can just tell me. Like, it's actually fine, you can just tell me. Because running, the Lovers, what else would that be? Let's be so real. Let's be so real right now. Let's be so real right now. Is that why you're in your own way too? Let's just be honest, okay? Like, you can just tell me. Like, it's fine. I'm not gonna, like, judge you or anything. Just say it. Like, it's fine. If you are, if you are. If you're not, you're not. You know, but just, like, what are you so sad about? What are you sad about? Like, get over it. What are you so sad about? You don't need to be that sad. Look at him. You do not. Are you going to a funeral? Like, you don't need to be that sad. If you're not going to a funeral, you don't need to be that sad. Literally, I just, like, hit it, like, and the card, like, flung. Like, what? Get over yourself. I'm gonna be so honest with you, get over yourself. Twin flame or not, get over yourself. Because it's you who you can't get over. You think you have a problem with them, it's you who you have a problem with. You think they don't like you, it's you who you don't like. You think you don't like them, it's them who you don't like. Whatever, like, you think whatever it is, like, I don't know. It's not what you think it is. The moon is at play. With twin flames, the moon is at play. The moon, illusions, master of illusions. You don't need to be so sad. Get over yourself. Get over yourself. It's not real. What you're crying about is not real. Okay? What you think is happening is not real. What you're crying about is not real. Yeah, twin flames are real, but, like, if you believe in them, you know? But I believe in them. I don't think there's anything wrong in believing in them. But at the end of the day, whatever you can't get over is you, not them. Which is fine. Maybe they think they can't get over you either, but it's them who they can't get over and not you. It's them who they're mad at and not you. It's you who you're mad at and not them. But you're gonna have to get over the moon if you think you're going anywhere. Alright? Alright. Ha 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 ha. So funny. You're gonna have to figure it out. You're all alone in this. Like, I can do what I can do for you. I'm pointing you in the right direction. You're gonna have to go in that direction. You're gonna have to figure it out. You're gonna have to figure it out. Like, you're responsible for you. Okay? Look at that. Otter. Initiations. Be open through this transitional time. Look at that baby otter. Look at that baby otter. Look at the baby otter. Okay, let's get you one spirit animal. Let's get you that one. Whoa. Elephant. Elephant. Elephant grounding. Ground your energies and emotions deep into the earth. Find some way to connect with the earth. Find some way to connect with the soil. Touch some fucking grass, dude. You need it. The moon's been messing with you. You need to touch some grass. You don't even know where you're going. With love, but, like, you gotta figure it out. I'm here to be real with you. I'm not here to be messing around, okay? You need to be out there touching some grass, touching some real, you know. Embrace your free will when you interact with, like, trees and plants, okay? In a good way. In a good way. I don't know, get that soil on your hands. Plant a cactus. Do something. Learn how to grow succulents. Do something. I don't know. Figure it out. Adopt an octopus. Do something. Literally do something. Anything. Anything. You'll figure it out. Okay? This is just to get you on the right direction so that you're not out here, like, unsure of if you went the right way, whatever. Okay? Pile number 1, that's literally all I have for you guys. I love you. Mwah. See you in the next one. If you chose more than one pile, feel free to go to that pile, whatever. And that's literally all I have for you. I'm moving on to pile number 2. See you in the next one. I love you. Hope you liked it. Now I'm gonna get a drink before I continue. I'll be back. I'm just being weird. Do you ever like howl like a dog for no reason? Like, or like a wolf? Do you ever? No? That's fine. Hi, pile number 2. Oh, my voice just cracked. What? Pile number 2. You are the almost empty container of red glitter. That almost, it's like to here. Literally empty, almost. That almost empty container of red glitter. Hi. It's so nice to meet you. Now, today's reading again is how are you getting in your own way? How are you getting in your own way? What I started with the other pile was just picking 2 and then 2 and then 1 and 1, like of other decks, okay? Haha, how are you getting your own way? I'm gonna have to shuffle these because we still have cards from the last deck, or not last deck, the last, whatever it's called, the last group. We still have cards from these, don't worry about that, from the last group, you know? We're clearing the energy, working through it. The only way you guys are energetically related is that you both chose the same video. So it doesn't mean you're like the same as them. Literally the energies, don't worry about it, just we're cycling through. We're recycling that weirdo energy, okay? Well, not that they're weirdos, they're not, but I just mean like separate from you, like stranger. Wow, not me insulting pile 1, and I didn't even mean to. Oh no, the energy is crazy. Pile number 1, if you're still here, you're not a weirdo to me. You might be a weirdo to somebody, and that's okay. Pile number 2, maybe they're weirdos, I don't know. Pile number 2, you talk behind people's backs too much. We'll start there. You're talking behind somebody's back. They don't know it, but they're probably gonna find out because like energy follows energy, you know. They're gonna find out somehow. You expect that to always be a secret? You don't care. Maybe you do, but some of you don't care. All right, pile number 2. Pile number 2. Pile number 2, what's even happening? Okay, how are you getting in your own way? And this is like so general, like it can be literally about anything. Like think about your questions, maybe I'll answer them, maybe I won't, who knows. This is a general reading, so like, you know, babes. Are we taking that reversed? Yeah. So we've got the Fool upside down, Fool reversed. This is also funny because it's like, it almost wants to like run somewhere else. So the problem is, pile number 2, a lot of your ideas and inspirations are meant to be in the world. Just the issue is, it's not set in stone who's actually supposed to create what you have the option to create. So you can definitely self-sabotage by not getting up and doing the damn thing because the world needs the work that you were supposed to originally do. But if you don't do it, you're gonna think somebody stole your idea, but really the universe is just giving it to somebody else. I'm talking so fast. But pile number 2, you gotta get that out there. Whatever inspiration you're being given right now, whether it's yours or it came from somewhere else, whatever. People who are not getting up and moving their feet will lose their seat. I never even do that, like knock the karma out of the deck, but people like, because I don't even know if it does anything, but we've got the Lovers reversed on the back. This can also be about love. It's possible that like you have some soulmates who are also somebody else's soulmate, potentially. You got some soulmates that maybe somebody else is also. It doesn't mean they're gonna cheat on you. It means if you see somebody who you want to talk to them. Because they might also be somebody else's soulmate. But they're gonna choose you if you even say something, but you're not saying anything. You're taking a backseat in your own life to the point where you don't even know what's gonna happen, but that's not in a good way. You're just like, oh, I'm gonna wait and see what happens. You know what happens to people who wait and see what happens? Nothing, because they spent all their time waiting to see what happens to them. Nothing's gonna just randomly happen to you, even love. Maybe you'll meet somebody on the street, but you gotta get their number. You gotta do something. Because what, you really expect it to just happen to you? Like you have a phone in your hand, you don't get their number, you expect to randomly meet them again. And then you don't get their phone number that time, you decide you expect to randomly meet them again. You meet them again by chance, you don't get their number. The universe says, fine, we're gonna send them to somebody else because they are ready and you're not making the move you were supposed to make. You guys, that career, that idea, that passion, that person, it's not set in stone who it goes to. You gotta get up and move your feet. Because it can be you. And it was going to be you first. But you gotta start getting up and claiming these things. Because you're having a failure to claim what's actually meant to be yours. And so it's going to somebody else because somebody needs it. Somebody's gonna get that blessing. And yeah, it sucks when it's not set in stone that it could be you, but at some point, it's okay. You've got to say, no, universe, I am ready. I am going to stand up for myself here. I am going to go get that blessing. I do deserve it. I do deserve it. Okay, we're going to get one more card. Another reversal. The Ace of Swords reversed. This is saying, the idea I'm getting is that basically you're very like whimsical. I know it doesn't sound like it goes with the Ace of Swords reversed, but we also have the Fool reversed with the little white dog. That little white dog is reminding me of the whiteness in the sword. Okay? So I'm also getting that the little white dog, essentially my intuition is like, technically as a little white dog, you have such a flamboyant personality that this should be happening fast for you. If you were getting up for yourself, standing up for yourself again, we're coming back to that. This would be happening fast for you. You would basically be royalty if you could stand up for yourself. If you could stand up for yourself, if you could show up for yourself, but you're not. If you could show up for yourself, you'd basically be royalty, but you are not showing up for yourself yet. So yeah, the universe is sitting there like, maybe they'll show up for themselves at some point, but they haven't done it yet. So till then, we're gonna show them potential blessings. If they don't grab it, if they don't run for it, if they don't stand up, when it's time to stand up, it's going to move on to somebody else because the other people involved in those projects still deserve to have success in that area. So if you're being shown things, if pile 2 is for you, then you're being shown options and you're not taking them. You're being shown opportunities and you're just not taking them. Yeah. And some of the options and opportunities you're being shown are meant for you, you're just not taking them. And the problem is when they're not meant for you, or when you don't choose for them to be meant for you, they're going to be meant for somebody else. The universe loves to... I'm out of breath again talking about it a lot. I don't do cardio, which sounds crazy that I'm like out of breath from talking, but I talk so fast and a lot. I talk a lot. But... the universe loves to distribute dreams to people who are advocating for themselves. If you're not doing that, somebody else will advocate for themselves. Because at the end of the day, that blessing is like fully formed. It's got to go to somebody. You're the one who has to say, no, it is for me. I choose that it's for me. I don't know if you feel like you're maybe like wrong or you look greedy or you feel guilty if you stand up for yourself and you say, I do deserve it. You gotta have that firm voice when you say, I do deserve it. You know? You can't think that you're like the devil or evil if you're chasing after your own dreams and goals. Because then that negative self-talk, the negative self-projection is going to make that dream and that goal go to somebody else. Because somebody else is ready for it. Somebody else can stand up. Everything else about you is like perfect. Just the one thing is you can't stand up for yourself. Can't get up and say, I do deserve it. Once you can do that, you're going to see a lot more opportunities and a lot more abundance. Postponement. As if we didn't just say something like that. All right. I don't want 2 cards, I want 1. Totality. That's about trust. It's also a 5, which means it's about change. So it's the totality of your trust is what's changing the most right now. So hang in there. I mean, we could say quite literally hang in there. Look at them hanging from strings. But just like a trapeze artist, you need more trust, okay? You need trust that things can happen for you. And you also need to be very patient with yourself, because right now is when your trust is changing the most in your life. Your trust might be upgrading to a higher level or being tested right now, the most that it ever has been, or the most that it ever will be, because it's a test that you're supposed to pass. So think of yourself like a trapeze artist when it's hard, and remember that it's a test and that there's not a right or wrong way. You've just got to hang in there and lead with trust if you can. Moment to moment. This is what I was getting at when I said there's not a wrong answer. This is number 2, so it's going to be all about how things come together. And moment to moment is saying, even if you get the wrong answer one point in time, like, don't see that as the final answer, essentially. Like, moment to moment, don't blame yourself for the past, because you still have the present to live. And don't worry about the future. Literally just take everything with a grain of sand, but also exactly as that moment presents itself. In each moment, make the decision you have available to you that's the best of your options. And if you get it wrong, that's fine, because you have the next moment still. Don't give up on yourself just because the last 97 moments didn't go well. Don't look at the next 97 moments coming up. Say right now, in this exact moment, what's my best answer? Follow it, do it, then after that, let it go. The ability to forgive yourself, the ability to move with grace. Say, even if it's a test and I fail it, I'm not going to worry about the past tests or the future tests. I'm going to accurately complete the one in front of me at any point in time to the best of my ability. All right? Even if you stumble over your words doing it. All right? Even if you stumble over your words doing it. Why? Because if you focus on the past or the future, your current test is not going to receive what it needs from you in order for you to move beyond it. You've got to live in the present moment if you want to be able to apply yourself with the energy necessary to move forward. Okay? So just work through what's going on. Don't hold yourself to the past. Don't hold yourself to the future. Hold yourself to the present and being the best you can right now in the present moment. No matter where you are, you can change and improve and be the right person for you. Life is about mastering being the right person for you and forgiving yourself for the insecurities or the choices of the past. It doesn't mean you did something wrong, and it doesn't mean you did something right, and it doesn't mean you're going to. It means you have to master the current moment if you want the future. Okay? You gotta be able to do it. You gotta be able to look at that reflection in the mirror and get better still, no matter where you're at. And that can go both ways. You could be the best person ever and have to still be able to work through something. It doesn't mean that you're like perfect or imperfect. It's not even about that. Okay, now we need to get you a super attractor card. These are like manifestation cards and advice. What does pile number 2 need to hear? What manifestation energy does pile number 2 need to carry with them? Okay. Yeah, so when yours is definitely, I don't know why I wanted to say gratitude is important for you guys, I wouldn't even say that's important for everybody, but I would say for you, pile number 2, gratitude is going to be more influential for you than for most people, okay? So I would say don't sleep on gratitude. Definitely let yourself experience gratitude more than most people, perhaps. It's going to be useful for you. It's going to help you to raise your own vibration, personally, even if the people around you don't get it. Even if the people around you think you don't have anything to be grateful for, find something for you to be grateful for, because for you, that's what raises your vibration a lot. Okay? It says, when I'm connected to spirit, I feel a sense of certainty, magnitude, and ease that I've never known before. Things should be easy. If they're not, that's okay. Forgive yourself for the difficulty. We're gonna get you one spirit animal. From what spirit animal do you need to hear a message? From what spirit animal? The owl. The owl. Who's got that owl spirit animal here? Okay. The owl is sight. Detach your emotions from situations you cannot control. You do not need to be holding on to that emotional baggage from something you can't control right now. You need to let it go. Sight. Remember that in order to see things clearly, you've got to let go of the baggage. Any baggage is not going to help you to... Sorry, my nose is super itchy. Rawr. Rawr. Maybe you're a little stressed. I don't know. It's possible. I mean, it's not really like your energy, but it's possible that you're a little stressed right now. That's okay again. Whatever you gotta forgive yourself for, you gotta forgive yourself. It's fine. Anyway, pile number 2, that's all I have for you. I love you guys. I hope you enjoyed the reading. And why did I say that in past tense? I said I hoped that you enjoyed the reading. I hope, current tense. Also, yeah, if your speech isn't perfect, I don't really care. You shouldn't really, like, you know, at the end of the day, is that really what you're gonna pick somebody apart for? Or is that really what somebody's gonna pick you apart for? I don't think so. I think we got bigger fish to fry. We got bigger fish to fry. Yeah, pile number 2. Again, I love you guys. I think that this will help you. Let me know if it resonates. You know, if it's for you. It's like all we've got going on for this pile. I'm moving on to pile number 3. See you guys later. See you in the next one. Bye. 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 Wait, why did the lighting switch up? Hi, pile number 3. Pile number 3. It's so funny. The lighting just got way brighter on my phone screen recording. Like, it got better. Anyway, like immediately when I was ready to switch to you guys, things got brighter. Maybe you're in a brighter space right now than usual, or than the other people around you, or than the other people who happen to be in the same collective as you. You can be in the same collective as somebody and still have certain things that are super bright in your experience that are different than others. We're all going through something different. Even if it's like with the people that you associate with, you can still be going through something different than them. Why am I picking up the stickers a lot too? I'm like, would you like Baby Yoda's ear? Would you like Baby Yoda's ear? I just threw it in there for no reason. Okay. Ew, now it looks ugly. Now it looks kind of ugly. It's fine. Yes, so pile number 3. You chose the Clean Classic Apple Blossom Rollerball. I'm just going to put it on. You can smell it. It just smells like apple blossom. Okay? Do you like it? I do. We're sharing. sharing scents right now. It's so nice. It's also kind of strong though, but it's like nice, you know? Okay. So pile 3, I'm gonna get you 2 of the Rider Waite Tarot deck cards. So the main question is, how are you getting in your own way? We're gonna get you, yeah, again, the cards, like the lighting of the cards, really just the ink looks brighter than it did before. Like lighter, like you guys are on a high vibration right now. Just naturally, your soul is on a high vibration right now. You can actually be young. Okay, this is not age specific. You could be young. Either you're really young or you passed a lot of hard lessons at a young age. And those hard lessons made you basically young in spirit for like forever, which is not a bad thing. It's a good thing. It just means you have like a really bright energy about you. Can't even make that up. Can't even make that up. Your energy also defends itself. I don't know if you know that about yourself. Your energy defends itself. Because you have that youthful, literally, you want to know what? Did you see that? Basically, so I still have this right here. This was the card that was on the back of the deck. Okay, we're just taking all those. Literally can't even make that up. How in the world did you get the Wheel of Fortune, the Ace of Cups, the 10 of Pentacles, the High Priestess? This is trying to come out too. The Lovers. Can't even make that. What do you mean? I swear I just shuffled this. And the Hierophant. How did you get all of the good cards in the deck and a lot of major arcana cards? Like, I'm just gonna take them all. I don't even care. You guys are crazy. Literally, I removed the Hierophant and it's the 4 of Wands. You can't even make this up. Then we have the Ace of Cups I'm gonna take also. Literally, if I remove the Wheel of Fortune, it's Justice, which I don't even see as a bad card. For you guys, I can see that the Justice card has like the most dense energy out of all of your cards, if that makes sense. Like, you didn't get the Justice one, but like, I saw the Justice card with the strings that you guys have attached to you. And so for you guys, you have such a strong energy that it defends itself, and when it defends itself, it's also impossible for your energy to mix with other people's energy. Some people's energy is like weak and fragile and can easily get mixed up and messed up by other people. Doesn't mean they did something wrong, just means that part of themselves is weak. It just means that part of themselves is weak. Maybe they'll fix it, maybe they won't, whatever. It's not the end of the world if that's true for them, but for you, it's not that way, which is good. Genuinely. Like, when you're currently reading for somebody and you look at your cards in your deck, you can see every card in your deck with that person's energy on it and their current strings attached, projected onto it. It's only clear sometimes when somebody has super good energy. Otherwise, you can't really like consciously see it. But when somebody has really good energy, you can consciously see it. And this is not to say anything mean about the other groups. They are receiving from the reading what they need to. You're also going to receive what you need to. And the number one thing that you guys need is a compliment, and it's a real one. It's a genuine one. It's from me. It's from the cards. It's just real. And it's from yourself too. I can feel that. You are also capable of complimenting yourself. Okay? That being said, this is about, well, these are just the cards I originally got while shuffling, which, you know. But, you know, I just wanted to like show you guys because I was kind of shocked. But I'm going to put them back and we're going to get the 2 cards we're supposed to get. I already got sidetracked, okay? We need to be real here. You guys are such unreal people that I'm like, nah, bring it back. Bring it back to being a real person, and we're gonna find out. Who are you? Who are you? What do you mean? Okay, I don't know, you're cool. You seem kind of cool. Let's see. How are you getting in your own way? We're gonna get 2 cards for how you're getting in your own way, because you guys still need genuine advice. That's why you're here. The Fool. How are you getting in your... That's a lot of cards. You're not, you know, getting all those. You're getting 2 cards total of this deck. You guys also have this, like, weird energy where things just happen around you. Okay. Is someone, like, in love with you? I don't know. Maybe somebody's in love with you. That's definitely, like, possible, you know? I don't know. It's definitely possible. I wouldn't rule it out that somebody's, like, in love with you. You know? I wouldn't completely rule it out. Okay? How are you getting in your own way? The problem is you're jumping into things and you're not really holding on to anything. Like, this can be good. You're getting in your own way, though, because you're jumping into things without thinking them through. Again, your energy already protects itself, so you're not in any real danger, but you're getting in your own way by starting too many things at the same time. Starting too many projects. Having too many endeavors at the exact moment. For you personally, if this reading is for you, you might be the type of person who would, like, have a to-do list, but, like, you already started everything on the list, but you didn't complete anything on the list. Or, like, if this is about relationships or friendships, you're the type of person who always jumps into a new one but doesn't hold on to the old ones. So you're getting in your own way because it's actually, like, a lot harder to form serious relationships if you're not willing to, like, bond with them and be, like, strong, right? Together. You can't jump in and out of your friendships and relationships, even though your energy is so strong that it protects itself. At the same time, you've got to understand that, like, even if the other person's not perfect, burping, they might still be worth investing in. So you've really got to be able to weigh some of your, like, options a lot more. Because you'll jump in with no attachment. And when you jump in with no attachment, yeah, you're, like, starting something, but you're not finishing it. You seem like somebody who starts a lot but never finishes anything and never holds attachment to them, which is fine. You've mastered growing through losing people, but you've never mastered holding on to the people when they're not perfect, and nobody's perfect. So you leave everybody. Or you don't finish anything with anybody. You're like, oh, well, I have no strings attached here. Yeah, but you have no strings attached. You know? It's fine. I don't think it's, like, the end of the world here. I think you're really good at forgiving yourself and working through it. I just think the problem is you think you're being balanced when you leave people too soon. There, I said it. You think you're being balanced when you leave people too soon. But there you are leaving people who you shouldn't leave. But that's when you think you're balanced. You're off center. You're calibrated the wrong way, you know? Which is fine. You'll fix it, probably, if you try. I don't know. Maybe you're not trying. If you don't try, you're not going to fix it. If you try, maybe you'll fix it. Like I said, your energy defends itself, so if you actually try, you'll probably figure it out. Because you figured that out. But, you know, you're going to do what you're going to do. But just know that when you leave people too soon, you're leaving the story unfinished, not in a good way. The universe is going to be like, maybe I shouldn't send them this or that, because they like to leave things unfinished. And, like, what we really wanted was somebody who's going to do something from start to finish sometimes, and it's just not them, you know? This is cute. Okay? It's cute. I don't know. I mean, I do like you as a person. Like, it sounds like you're cool. Like, it feels like you have good energy. But you're getting in your own way by just leaving people and things too soon. And starting too many endeavors, starting too many friendships, which friends are cool, right? Relationships are cool. But are you doing a disservice to yourself sometimes when you leave before you're even ready to leave? just to then be like, oh, I have to heal this, I have to leave, I have to do whatever. Like, the rebel, you do feel rebellious when you leave early, when you leave situations early, when you start things and you're like, oh, the chains attached to me? Those chains could never attach to me. You definitely see yourself as the type of person who, like, no strings could ever attach to me, which is fine because it works for you. It does work for you. And even though you're almost not in your way at all, you're still in your way. This group, I don't know, you seem almost like close to being perfect, like genuinely, but there's problems because while you're willing to leave any situation, you're willing to leave any situation. What I mean by that is you're willing to leave the right situation when nothing bad happened. Somebody had to say it. You're willing to leave the right situation when nothing bad happened. You gotta figure that out a little bit. I mean, you're doing okay otherwise, but you still gotta figure that out at some point if you want to, like, improve more, you know? Which I think you do. I think that's why you're still here and why you landed on this group. Flowering. That's cute. You're very, like, at peace with yourself overall. You really do have a very positive energy. Like, you're very high vibrational. You naturally attract abundance. I don't think you're in your way in attracting abundance either. I think it's with relationships and, like, finalized projects that you're in your way with. My, like, nose again is, like, getting stuffy. I'm not sick. Channeling is, like, messing with my voice too. The energy is, like, still, like, in my throat chakra. It's getting at me. What do you need to hear? This deck is, like, manifestation energy. Or, like, positive vibes. Wow, is a card even gonna jump out? I actually feel like pile 3 is gonna be, like, a lot of people. Like, I can feel, like, a lot of different energies. I mean, hopefully a lot of people will see the video, who knows? But I just feel like, I don't know, I feel like pile 3 is for, like, a lot of different types of people too, even though you're all, like, fitting under the same category of person. I just feel like there's no structured demographic of who pile 3 is going to be for, which is good because it's more versatile. It shouldn't be for just one type of person. But, like, it's funny. It's funny to feel so many different types of energies coming in. All with the same, like, theme. Okay, come on! Finally. The universe is always conspiring to support me, guide me, and lead me compassionately toward the highest good. Again, it just sounds like a structured part of your belief system right now as a person. Like, I think you already see the beauty in everything. Like, I think you're just a very positive person whose energy naturally defends itself. Like, I still can't even get that out of my mind. That was crazy. That was crazy. It was real and it was crazy. Like, it was actually different. It was different. You know, it was insane. You're the type of person people can learn from and they don't even know. They don't even know they can learn from you. We don't need that many spirit animals, though. We're gonna do one spirit animal for you guys. Even if you want more, we're doing one. I literally feel that in my teeth. Like, you were probably hoping for more than one spirit animal. Fine, maybe we'll do 2 if you're lucky. If more than 1 comes out next, we'll do it. Okay, only 1 came out. The Phoenix. Empower. Fire activations bring creative and spiritual freedom. You guys are still looking for your freedom, which is why you can't help but leave people and situations, but you don't know where your real freedom is going to come from. I can feel that in my teeth again. I feel that in my bones. You don't know where your real freedom comes from. You haven't found it yet. You don't know where that's going to come from. So you're looking for it in the wrong places. Still, which is fine. Nobody's perfect, even though you're almost perfect. Okay? Nobody's perfect, even though you're almost perfect. It's fine. Can't expect you to be fully perfect. But it sounds like you're doing your best. Keep doing your best. Hopefully this reading helped you. Hopefully it helped with something, some perspective that you needed. Pile 3, that's all I have for you guys. You guys are my favorite. No offense to the other groups. I'm allowed to have a favorite. It doesn't mean that anybody's superior or inferior. I don't know. It just is what it is. You guys are all gonna have to deal with it. I love you guys. I hope you loved the video. See you later. Bye.